ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to All Directions Look Back.
Yep.
Hello. Oh.
Hello. Hi. Howdy.
How you doing?
Hey.
You alright?
We aye.
Good. We are playing Seek and Destroy today.
Yes, we are.
A game I'm rather familiar with.
Yes, you are.
In fact, I might have played this game so much. During the period of when I was a kid, it might be one of the very few games I actually completed multiple times.
Blasphemy.
It is
completing a game?
Yes. Back when I was young, I had the habit of playing the game through, never playing it again, or playing the game and never completing it.
Terrible habit.
It is.
Terrible habit. Totally never did that. No, I wouldn't so much play a game and never play it again, but I had a terrible habit of never completing it again.
Yeah. Oh, the infamous, what would you call it? Retention span of a child.
Yeah.
But yes, no, this isn't World of Tanks, although you could call it kind of World of Tanks before World of Tanks was a thing.
Yeah.
So the tanks can talk, the world is of tanks. There are only tanks, although I think there might be planes and stuff too, if I remember right.
It's a Disney franchise before the franchise was a thing.
I'm slightly disappointed that this game was never voice acted, because I have the feeling that it could have been...
But you might have the voices of each individual tank in your head already, and then if they would have add voices to it, they'll just be like, that's not the voice I heard in my head as a child.
True.
You know, I do not accept this.
Although, as a child, I don't think I only ever give one voice to one of the tanks, and I think that's just because I assumed he was British.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with being British.
No, there is not. And if you think there is, you're wrong. This game is literally about tanks. You roll around as a tank.
Yeah, destroy buildings as a tank.
Pretty much.
Go over bridges as a tank.
Over bridges as a tank. Fly as a tank.
Shoot tanks as a tank.
Yep. In fact, this is probably one of the... I couldn't say very few, but this is one of those games where there's tons of customization.
I thought you were going to say tons of tanks.
Tons of tanks too, yes.
Pretty much everything you do as a tank.
In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if the total weight of all these tanks in the game came to well over a gigaton.
Oh, wow. Probably.
This game is all about tanks. The tanks can talk. They have feelings. They have strategies. There are helicopters, which I forgot to mention.
Are they alive?
I don't know. I don't think it's ever implied that they're alive.
Right.
In fact, I don't even know if these tanks are alive.
You just said they were.
I get the impression that they are, considering the conversations that they have. Like, I don't know if, the canon is that there are actually people inside of the tanks, and it's just the world is about tanks.
Right.
Or something along those lines.
And being a game of purely tanks and talking tanks and just tanking everything, and we thank you for watching. How vitally is it important that we pay attention to the narrative?
I mean, you don't have to pay attention to the narrative. It does give you your mission objectives, and you go from place to place. The place is open world, so it's essentially do what you want until you want to do the next mission.
You don't have to murder tanks.
No, you do not. Although, if you want to progress in the story, yes, you do.
Yeah. I mean, I got told off for destroying a statue of the King tank when we did a playtest of this once.
You don't destroy the king. That's your monarchy. Everything about your tank is customizable.
Is the torpedo and super shell sentient?
No, the weapons are unfortunately not sentient.
Right.
Although I suppose you could argue that some of them are. But yeah, the game is pretty detailed when it comes to the tanks, where the tanks are from, what wars they were in.
The one thing I believe would support your theory that they are in fact sentient tanks and not people just riding around in tanks is the fact that you drive a tank into a shop.
True.
You wouldn't regularly see that in the real world. Unless you're trying to, destroy the shop.
And if you're not really into the story, there are other things that you can do. There are mini games. There is a 2-player mode.
Can you access minigames from the open world?
No, it's town specific. So you will have your battle arena and your expert arena, which consists of a literal arena and challenges. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm off to get a secret. If I remember.
You're off to get a secret.
I'm off to get a secret.
You don't have to find a secret. You just have to get a secret.
I'm off to get it. I don't need to find it if I know where it is.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just open world.
Is this out of jealousy? Have all your friends got secrets, and you're like, I want a secret too?
I think everybody's got secrets.
Well,
even you.
Care to share?
There we go. Into the volcano.
Wow.
There we go. Salem, it's in the first time. Oh, right, okay. Alright, GSA Essinary. Essentially, that's a code.
And you've got to remember that code.
I do, but I will not.
G-Sacinary.
G-Sacinary.
Yeah, that's what it said.
So that's another thing I should mention about this game, is the fact that it's not linear in a traditional sense. You can actually pick where you go.
So essentially you could do like the last level first.
No. It's essentially a branching path kind of deal.
Yeah. And
there'll be certain parts of the map where if you go to and complete said mission, you can't go to like one of the other missions that will also be available.
Right.
Yeah. Open world tanks, mission based, walking world.
Yeah, let's actually see some proper legit gameplay.
The equipment that you saw in those tanks are literally, if I remember it correctly, floating devices.
Right.
And I think they're mainly for water, but you may be able to float with them on land, essentially. Don't run from me.
Well, that's just the height of cheek.
I know, reversing is so much faster.
The fact that he's trying to do circles around you while reversing.
So insulting, how insensitive. Oh, I really should be worried, that guy. Come here. I'll destroy. Oh god, I'm taking a lot of damage.
I will seek you and then destroy you. I'm sure you'll make it.
At this rate, I'm not too confident.
Come on, you're the underdog of the battle. That means you're guaranteed to win.
Yes, but I haven't played this game in, what, like, centuries, 10 years, isn't it? Which is
actually no. No, a decade is 10 years.
Decade, that's it. Centuries, 100 years.
Yeah.
And then comes the war. But if I...
Take it. Come on. Uh-oh.
There we go. But you did. Now I think I've still got to defeat the reserves. See? Now what I should have done is I actually should have got more armor. But yeah, not such a bad game for the time.
No, definitely not. No, I can see the appeal.
I think it would be better if they made a remake and or a remaster. Yeah. Because the controls are fine, but aiming can be a bit difficult.
Right.
I think there is a way to lock on, but even when I was younger, I never used it.
I'm trying to shoot a friend, apparently.
Okay. How about you do not shoot your allies? So, as you pointed out earlier, the analog sticks are also your artillery. Indeed.
Right, let's actually take this serial.
Serially. Yeah. I think potentially the aiming could have probably have been fixed if there was a first person mode.
Even if there was just something like a little pointer on the screen to give you a quicker ease of access as to letting you know where it is that you're aiming, so I don't have to keep looking for the freaking barrel.
Yeah. Oh, and your AI companions are actually rather useful.
Well, there's not many games where that is the case.
True. What's a really bad example? Silent Hill?
Maybe, yeah.
So you're taking quite a bit of damage there.
No. This is just to fool the enemies.
Ah, okay. Oh,
wow.
Darn.
That worked out well. So what you's actually fighting over?
I think it's essentially just a wall.
Right.
As far as I remember. If I remember the faction correctly, it's the Q-Stein. I don't remember what the war is entirely about, but I think it's mainly just overland and essentially bad guys trying to take over. Just going for
You
the
have
roads.
no allies.
You have no allies here. I swear that's a Stalker's line, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah. No, 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 no. You're not getting me like that. No. I refuse. The one disadvantage about being a tank.
If I refuse to seek, you cannot destroy.
Damn it. Yeah, okay. One down. I see you retreating. Don't you dare. But you did. Alright, just gonna take the reserves now.
Back in the days where games would tell you off by putting a big arrow on the screen telling you where you had to go.
You're supposed to be over here. Move your butt. There we go. Oh. Clear. I think this is the guy that I was assuming had a British accent. Also, I think he's one of the more unique looking tanks of the game.
I could see him almost with like a big white moustache. A pipe in his barrel.
In fact, I think every tank that you can see in this game, you can unlock the skin for. Oh wait, there is some advantages of the tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have rotating turrets, some of them do not.
Alright.
Just like real life.
Sure, we've seen Battleground now, so what? What else is there to show off?
Ah, the minigames, I suppose.
Okay.
Just tanks casually go in the water.
Well, you know, you just had a long, hard day of open warfare.
Yeah, true. It's best mixed up. Plus, I believe upon completion of every minigame, you do get money for it.
So, you know, a nice soothing bath or something for a tank. Wouldn't go amiss.
Your battle area is literally just a battle area. Test off your weapons and whatnot. Your expert arena is everything that's really minigame based. Stuff like destroying balloons, various courses, speed. And don't worry, all your battle arenas aren't always going to be that easy. Give you a good range on how difficult, potentially.
Boss. Let's see.
Yeah, so he's got bouncing bombs on right now. So actually, no, he's got rockets. No.
Don't want to get that close to rockets.
True, but I have the DPS advantage. Where'd he go? Get your butt back here. There we go.
Oh. Didn't seem that hard.
It does get harder as I believe, like from from town to town, the weapons vary, the terrain varies, stuff like that. So it does change up.
Give us your best recommendation.
These two, I think, your more interesting one's going to be falling balls.
So what? You want us to do this one?
Yep. Oh, long chainsaw. Okay, we can't do that right now. We can do the other one though. We can't do the other one. Never mind.
You need a chainsaw to turn.
That's another thing I don't understand. There's a tram running through the middle of the city.
Not anymore, there's not.
But you, one, have stopped it, and two, I don't know how tanks would get on.
Yeah, that's a point. Because the doors are fairly big, so...
See, this is one of the reasons why I think there's actually humans in the tanks.
No. This just wouldn't make any sense if that was the case. Should weapon be?
Yep.
I want a chainsaw. Thank you very much. Yes, of course, when I buy that pot.
Just walk around town with a chainsaw.
Oh, okay. That's not extreme at all. Well, I've been told. Yes.
Now attack the falling balls with your chainsaw.
Break the falling balls. Time limit 6 seconds. You can use a chainsaw. Well, no. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting this camera angle. He's just literally just targeting me. He's not interested in the balls.
Well, I think if you die, if I'm remembering correctly, you automatically lose. So he's doing the smart thing. Oh, there he goes.
I believe I won.
Pretty much.
I believe so. This guy was just a prick.
Well done.
19.
Winner. Well done.
Why not?
Why not?
Because I don't even know what it is.
Essentially, it's a race.
Why the fudge do I need a giant chainsaw to race?
Because you want to break all those balloons.
Do I have to?
Yes.
And if I choose not to?
The other guy will probably win by points.
Even though I'm totally the faster tank.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? Because that shit happens. Yeah, I wasn't turning my head for that. I was like, fuck that. I'm staying on the straight and narrow.
No. Ah.
Ooh, it was close.
Indeed. No. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not any other day. No.
Oh. I mean, yay.
Almost. And there you have it.
That was a very slow race. I love to say slow and steady wins, but geez, that's taking it a bit far.
No, I think the worst part is we have to wait for the other tank now.
What?
Pretty much.
Why do we have to put up with his ghost, but he doesn't have to put up with us?
We get special treatment to know where they are.
Oh,
They do not.
sure feels like special treatment.
I'm surprised the computer missed some. I think that's pretty much it.
Yep, that pretty much wraps up the gameplay section of this look back, so make sure you stick around, because retrospective's about to begin.
Oh yeah. So,
Yeah.
how'd you like the game?
I think it's interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've actually pretty much already know what my final rating for this game is going to be.
Yeah.
I'll save that further.
Why don't we remind people how that works first?
Yeah, we might actually need to remind ourselves how that works first. So basically, it's 3 very simple ratings that play off of the name. So basically, if we rate something towards the right, then that means we basically like it, right? We recommend you play it. We basically enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
That's our positive rating. If we put it towards the left, we weren't so fond of it. Maybe it didn't hold up. Maybe it was great at the time, yeah, but in terms of today's standards kind of thing, or maybe it's the type of thing you can't get into anymore, especially if you haven't played it back when you were a kid or whatever. And basically, the third and final is diagonal, which is basically where you send things off to if you if you see the potential in it.
Yeah.
But you're not quite there on the game, so you're not entirely sure where you stand, pretty much, with the game. You could go left or right, either way. Or both, because that's diagonal is capable of doing. Yeah. So, onto the game. Yeah. For me personally, I think this game looks interesting.
Yeah.
I think there's a few problems with it in terms of now, in today's age, which is basically just like controls. I think it's a bit finicky. It could do with... I don't disagree with you that it could do with something like a remaster, something just to update it a little bit, make the aiming a bit smoother and a bit easier, something to sort of indicate where it is that you're actually aiming towards.
Yes.
Even if there was just a pointer on the screen or something, it went off to the direct left before the camera started rotating, it would just keep you on board with what it is that you're up to. But so I think something like a remastered one could work. It's a bit of a struggle to really, I think, to get into if you're not already pre-familiar with the game.
Yeah, there is a learning curve.
Yeah. So I'm interested to know how you feel about this game. How long is it? You said roughly a decade since you were last on it?
10 years, something like that.
So
Maybe even longer.
At least for you then, how does this game hold up?
Exactly how I remember it. I still have fond memories of the game. Nothing's really changed in my outlook on it, other than my disadvantage, I'd say, rather, of playing more modern games and being used to more ergonomic controls and stuff. But other than that, the game still holds up for me. It still looks as good as I remember. It would have looked even better if we could get it on hardware mode. But still, for the time, it's pretty good. I think one of the things I don't like is that it's not purely open world, because especially with the next game that's coming, I'll not spoil it. That's extremely open world, but it's extremely open world, but it's really sparse. So, upon thinking about it now, I think it does good for what it does. I mean, towns are populated. You can talk to pretty much every one of these tanks. The gameplay varies. You can just go through the missions. It has branching parts, multiple customizations. It does have a storyline, but you don't have to listen to it if you don't want to, or rather read it. Which
is always a good thing if you're new to these kind of games and you just want to play it for the simple premise. Yeah. I think the game visually actually has quite a nice little charm to it, to be honest with you, which could intrigue anyone that's just wants to play a bit of a daft game. If yours, it's another game that could work very well as a bit of a time waster. So,
I mean, if you like World of Tanks, you should really like this.
Yeah, this would be your kind of game.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much all I can really say about it without jumping into a rating territory. We'll start with you. I think I know where you're going with this, but which way are you sending it?
Right, in an absolute right. It needs to come back in some form these days. It really does.
Okay. You might not be happy with my rating for this. I'm actually pushing this into the diagonal territory. I think with a polish, maybe a remaster, this game could do wonders. I think it could be great. I think right now as it stands, as someone... Once again, I do feel like I remember this game, despite the fact I'm very confident I haven't played it.
Yeah.
But as someone that has not played the game, I don't feel like I could really get into this just because of being more used to the more modern games and the controls being a bit dated on this. I feel like I'd struggle to get into it, but I completely understand as someone that's played this game, like as a kid or whatever, could just jump straight back into this and just have the time of their life.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. The boss battles get a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
In size and scope, I'm not talking about this guy's just totally overpowered. You do have the ability to upgrade your tank to defeat said enemies, but get things like giant spider tanks kind of deal.
I mean, I think we saw a very small glimpse of how ridiculous it gets just with the giant ass bloody chainsaw. But we didn't get like any full true scope of just truly how ridiculous this game can actually get. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
Aye.
Do all the favours and hit all the buttons.
All those buttons.
All those buttons.
Every one.
Every single one.
Even the belly button.
Sure. Why not? Bye.
What?